What we're learning from
News with Katrina Smith.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Katrina Smith, News Channel 2 Weekend at 6. Ben Kinney has the night off. A possible tornado touched down in West Winfield this morning. We have videos and photos from viewers around the area, and our camera crews captured video of the aftermath. Take a look at this. The video sent to us by viewer Mike Phalanx shows us the actual funnel of what appears to be a tornado from miles away. This in West Winfield. As you can see from the aftermath here, the strong winds turned things upside down in West Winfield. In one case, throwing a small boat, a canoe or a kayak on top of the power lines, peeling back roofs of homes and knocking down trees, cutting walls. We also have calls in to learn more about the path of the destruction. Of course, confirmation will not come until later. And for now, that risk is over, at least for tornadoes. But meteorologist Samantha Wessing joining us. We're getting a lot of comments from viewers. They want to know, where was the warning? Why wasn't there a warning? But this is complicated in this time, and let's explain that to viewers.
It is. A lot of the tornadoes that we see around here are going to be radar detected. So it's something that we see on the radar, different things that we all look at, the National Weather Service looks at. And honestly, a lot of this, we were watching the radar, Bill, Jill, I mean, we talk all the time, Bill, Jill, Eric, me. And, you know, something that it wasn't radar detected, and anything with a warning has to come from the National Weather Service. So we can't issue it. But I do want to comment, Bill, Eric, amazing at keeping people updated on Facebook, things like that. They're always posting the radar, everything, warning you, but we cannot put out an official warning for it. That does have to come from the National Weather Service.
And of course, safety is everyone's #1 priority. Yes. So when you can, and if you can, you'll always put that information out to our viewers.
Yes, exactly. And that's something that I know, like I said, I'm going to toot Bill, Eric's horn. They're always posting. But let's take a look. Current conditions. We'll talk more about what's going on, what happened today later on in my full forecast. Let's get going on to what's going on now. Mostly sunny. Most of those storms have passed. That risk, though, for thunderstorms not over. Still in effect as we continue later on tonight into the overnight hours with that tropical feeling. We're still going to be humid today into tomorrow. What we're going to be seeing, thunderstorms popping up on the radar as we continue into the evening hours. Right now, though, we are dry. We are sunny on that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. So what I'm going to be watching as we continue into tonight, humidity for the remainder of the weekend. Severe storms possible again on Sunday. It's even a bigger risk than what we saw for today. And then a slight break from that heat and humidity on Monday as we continue into the overnight hours. As you can see, temperatures dipping back into the 70s. Still going to be a little bit muggy out there for tonight, and we do run that risk for any showers and thunderstorms later on this evening, especially into the very early morning hours. You might hear some rumbles of thunder. I'll have a look at what you can expect as far as tomorrow, the rest of the night goes. That's all coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Sam. The governor of Iowa sending helicopters to a small town of Rock Valley to help evacuate people from flooded homes. Take a look. Sirens sounded early this morning as the Rock River flooded the town. City of Rock Valley posted on social media that its #1 priority right now is evacuating people who still need help. Dive teams, swift boats, task force teams, all on the scene. The city says floodwater in the town is too high and swift for pickups or trucks. Governor Kim Reynolds has issued a disaster declaration for, ready for this, 21 counties in that region. And now to Rome, where
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. Storms rolled through this morning. Still that chance for some thunderstorms as we continue into the evening hours tonight. And then we're going to look at some more severe weather in effect for your Sunday. These sent in from Steve Jones. I have a couple pictures from him out on Route 20 in East Winfield of that funnel cloud that we saw earlier on in the West Winfield area. As you can see, that funnel forming right there. The way we could kind of tell that it touched down, if you look at that video that Bill has posted, you can see that debris on the ground. That's a good indication that it did actually touch ground. They will have to survey that damage to see exactly, what level of a tornado that was, EF level. But as you can see there, that funnel cloud that we saw earlier on. And I'm going to stress again that we do not put out those warnings or watches for any sort of severe weather. We relay what the National Weather Service gives us. And I'm going to again say Bill and Eric, amazing. Jill even posting on social media when they do see storms pop up on the radar. Always follow them. Follow the WKTV weather page as well. As you can see, blue skies, downtown Utica, 81 degrees outside. So we are going to be dealing with heat and humidity for the remainder of this weekend. Temperatures right now in the 80s, 70s up north. Same situation down to our Southern Valley, upper to mid 80s right now. As far as the humidity goes, still going to be feeling it for tomorrow. Get a little bit cooler, come more comfortable towards Monday, and then we'll feel it build back in as we head throughout the rest of the work week. Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We are dry here on the radar. As you can see, some storm is beginning to pop up out to our west. With this humidity, with this instability, we're going to continue to see that risk for showers and thunderstorms as we head into tonight, as well as those overnight hours. As we switch it to the satellite feed, you can see some clouds sort of building in, but we're clear right here. Our big playmaker will be a cold front out to our west. This is going to continue to shift east as we head throughout the evening overnight hours. That's what's going to trigger the possibility for some showers, thunderstorms, possibly that severe weather for tomorrow as well. And as far as that goes, the biggest threat for that, what we're going to be seeing is that chance for some high winds, some flooding due to all of that moisture in the atmosphere, due to all the humidity we've been seeing, but still that chance for hail and just that slight possibility for tornadoes as well. We are in the slight margin, so pretty good risk for some severe weather for tomorrow. Timing all of this out as we head throughout tonight, you can see that risk for some showers, some thunderstorms. That clock at 10 p.m., so later this evening. And then that risk continues overnight. I won't be surprised if you don't hear some rumbles of thunder during the very early morning hours on Sunday. We do look to start out dry, and then as we head throughout the day, you see that chance for some thunderstorms, especially by the early afternoon, moving on through, and then we will see that risk for showers and thunderstorms into the evening. But the biggest risk looks to be in the afternoon right now for anything severe. We dry out by Monday, just some scattered showers, and then we'll have a couple dry days to start out next week. Lows tonight in the 70s, muggy, isolated thunderstorms into the overnight hours. For tomorrow, warm and humid. Again, watching for that risk for severe thunderstorms for tomorrow. That's why we made an alert day for Sunday, as you can see, just due to that chance for severe weather. We cool down on Monday. We're back into the 80s by midweek with some sunshine for the next couple days ahead. More of News Channel 2 after the break.
News with Katrina Smith.
Good evening. I'm Katrina Smith. Thank you so much for joining us for News Channel 2 at 11. Ben Kinney has the night off. A possible tornado touched down in West Winfield this morning. We have video from viewers and new pictures tonight at 11 as well. Plus, our camera crews captured video of the aftermath. Take a look. This video was sent in to us by viewer Mike Phalanx, showing us the actual funnel of what appears to be a tornado from miles away. And as you can see from the aftermath here, strong winds turning things upside down in West Winfield. In one case, throwing that small boat over the top of the power lines, peeling back roofs of homes and walls as well. Also downing several trees in the area. We do have more pictures coming up. We've called in to learn more about that path of destruction. We won't know until much later when the National Weather Service, if they determine this to be an actual tornado. Let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Samantha Wessing is in tonight. And we're not talking about tornado risk, thankfully, at this point, just some thunderstorms overnight.
Into the rest of the weekend. Severe weather for tomorrow. What we're talking about is the possibility for some gusty winds, some hail could be possible, some downpours localized in those thunderstorms. So we do have an alert day in effect for Sunday for much of our viewing area. 74 degrees outside, but that humidity sticking with us for the remainder of the weekend. Taking a look at that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. As you can see, we saw some thunderstorms move on throughout the night hours tonight. As we continue overnight, we'll see a lot more in the way of rain, but I'm not going to rule out some rumbles of thunder, some lightning, especially as we get closer to those early morning hours overnight. So what I'm going to be watching is that humidity for the remainder of the weekend, that risk for severe thunderstorms possible for tomorrow, and then a slight break from that heat and humidity on Monday. As we head throughout the overnight, you can see that risk for those overnight showers and thunderstorms, and more on the way for tomorrow. Like I said, that heat humidity sticking with us tomorrow, an alert day for Sunday. Full look at that second half of the weekend. That's coming up. Back over to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Sam. Now to Rome, where a longtime nuisance property.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Samantha Wessing.
Good evening. We just had some storms rolling through this late night tonight on Saturday. We're going to continue to see that risk for showers, thunderstorms as we head overnight into the morning on Sunday. Just have a couple pictures. These are from Steve Jones, Route 20 in East Winfield, from that funnel cloud, that tornado that we saw earlier on in the West Winfield area. You can see that funnel beginning to form in both of these photos right here. If you actually see that video we showed earlier, go on Bill's Facebook page. He has a video of it. You can see the debris kick up from when that possibly touched down. We are at 75 here in downtown Utica. Quiet right now, but things will be changing as we head overnight into the day. On Sunday, we're talking an alert day for tomorrow due to the risk of severe weather. As you can see, we're in the 70s for this evening, upper 60s to our north. Humid out there as well. Those dew points still sitting in the 70s, upper 60s. So it's going to be that tropical, very humid feeling for the night tonight, and that will continue into Sunday as well. That tropical feeling will get a relief in that humidity finally to start the work week before we start to feel it again by the middle of the week. Again, take a look at that Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Storms moved through earlier on. Just some rain showers back behind it right now. Said though that chance for thunderstorms overnight. Clouds built in also. We saw some blue skies earlier. Clouds building in ahead of the next system. Playmaker for tomorrow, cold front. This will continue to approach us as this does. This triggers the risk and the possibility for severe storms for tomorrow. And you can see that right here. We do have that slight risk for all of our viewing region tomorrow. The biggest risk will come with high winds and localized flooding within those stronger thunderstorms, but can't rule out the possibility for hail, and we will be tracking anything as far as tornadoes go for tomorrow. Taking a look at all of this, Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. As we head overnight, again, not ruling out some rumbles of thunder passing through the early morning hours. Looks to be dry to start. The risk for any activity looks to come late morning, early afternoon, and that's going to continue right on into the evening. This is the dinner time hour. Do look to dry up, but those thunderstorms, they'll be popping up throughout the late night hours, quieting down overnight Sunday into Monday. So again, for tonight, very muggy, isolated thunderstorms, mainly overnight, very early morning hours on Sunday. Watching for that severe weather for tomorrow, warm and humid thunderstorms, most of that looking to come by the early afternoon, back into the 80s. Taking a look at that 7-day forecast. Alert day again for Sunday. Eric will be in tomorrow. He'll be keeping an eye on everything for Sunday's weather. Cool down on Monday, and then we're back into the 80s by the middle of the week.
Thank you so much, Sam. And we do have some photos as well of some of the tornado damage. I know we were showing the funnel, but this is some of the aftermath from that potential tornado touchdown sent to us by Roxanne Lewis. West Winfield house that actually saw a fire last Thursday. This morning, the homeowners saw wind damage and from that suspected tornado, and you can see large trees down around the house. Well, the governor of Iowa is sending helicopters to the small town of Rock Valley to help evacuate people from flooded homes. Sirens sounded. Take a look at this early this morning as the Rock River flooded the city of Rock Valley posted on social media that the #1 priority is evacuating people who still need help. Dive teams, swift boats, task force teams are all on scene. The city says floodwater in the town is too high and swift for pickups or trucks. The governor has issued disaster declaration for 21 counties in that region. And temperatures, the big story in the nation's capital, topping 100 degrees for the first time in 8 years.
60 miles per hour wind gusts.
Temperatures, the big story in the nation's capital, topping 100 degrees for the first time in 8 years. People were doing all they could to keep cool in Washington, D.C. earlier today. And nearby, the Maryland Zoo is helping its animals stay cool in the extreme heat. This was the scene as Tuffy, the African elephant, was treated to a spray down today. Zookeepers using a giant hose to get the job done. The zoo says elephants will also lather themselves in mud to keep cool.
A lot to consider their well-being. Most of them have fans that they can go sit under. We'll leave our habitats open so that way animals can go inside if they need to cool down. So there's lots of things we can do for them.
In addition to the water sprays, animals are given ice treats and will sit in the shade or go into their habitats to keep cool. We will be back right after this.